Hey MLS fans, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of this weekend's MLS matches with a Moneyball twist. Today, we're using our match simulator to help us predict the results for Matchday 31. I'm looking forward to watching Columbus Crew at home and continuing their great form, as well as LAFC getting their sweet revenge versus Houston this weekend. For those new here, I'm Oscar Moneyball, and I'm all about soccer and trying to predict the outcome of matches, not just with my gut and my eyes, but with data and analytics. Make sure to follow me on X for more insights, updates, and maybe a few off the pitch stories. It's where the real game happens, so make sure to follow and let's keep growing this beautiful game together. This weekend we have 6 matches. It's International Soccer Weekend, so I'm sure a lot of attention will be on these MLS matches just to keep our soccer fix going. Let's transition over. Let's make sure we're all good. So we have a new layout where we want to go in deep and analyze this game with more detail. We have Columbus Crew versus Seattle Sounders for our first match. As we can see here, if you follow my mouse, the attacking strength for Columbus Crew at home is over 1, which means they're doing really good. Meanwhile, Seattle is under 1, not by too much, but Columbus Crew is stronger regarding attacking strength. As for defensive strength, Columbus Crew does really well at home to not concede more goals than they actually score. Meanwhile, Seattle's numbers are a little bit less superior than Columbus Crew. Ideally, for your defensive strength, you want to be less than 1. Therefore, the predicted goals for this weekend is 1.81 for Columbus Crew, 0.69 for Seattle. Columbus Crew has the higher win probability with almost 63%. Columbus Crew over 0.5 goals is at 82%, and over 1.5 goals for Columbus Crew is 53%. So we can see that we can sort of expect Columbus Crew winning this match 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-2. Either way, they should have an edge over Seattle Sounders. And both teams to score is at 41%, so it could be a low-scoring match, with the under 2.5 goals being the highest probability, and the over 1.5 goals is pretty favorable there. So it could be 2-0, 1-1, or anything over one goal. But it's soccer; it's really hard to predict it, and the draw is 22%. This is our predicted scoreline heat map. It's used to estimate the potential match outcomes. As you can see here, the home side is on your left hand side, and on the top we have Seattle, which is the visitors. The outcomes with the higher probability is a 1-0. It's 14, almost 15% probability for that to hit. The next one is a 2-0, 2-1, or 1-1 being the sweet spot for the higher probabilities. As you can see here, we have this broken down. Low probability is the red, high probability is the green. Pretty much what we're expecting there. Let me go on to the next game. So our next game is, come on, we're loading. It's New England Revolution versus St. Louis City. St. Louis City away. We can see here that New England at home have a really bad attacking strength in comparison to St. Louis City. The defensive strengths for both of these teams are over 1, which means that they are not doing that great. Therefore, we see a predicted goals for New England 1.5, St. Louis City 2.2, high scoring game here. St. Louis City are the favorites to win this one, 51% win probability, 24% for New England, and a 20% for the draw. Both teams have really high percentages for over 0.5 goals, and for the over 1.5 goals, St. Louis City has an edge there in comparison to New England. Both teams to score is at a 67%, which is what you want to see. However, if you want to have a safer bet, you can go with over 1.5 goals between both teams, 85%, almost 86, and the over 2.5 goals is 69% here. The heat map here, used to estimate potential match outcomes, lets us know that there's a wide variety of outcomes with a lot of goals. The highest probability in this heat map is 2-1 for St. Louis City, almost 9%. And then the next following outcome is 1-1 with almost 8%, or 3-1 for St. Louis City. This looks like an away game. This looks like an away victory, but it's hard to predict and be right all the time. Let's just see the match and see how it goes, but this should be an entertaining game. Let's go to the next game, which is New York Red Bulls at home versus Sporting Kansas City. New York Red Bulls versus Sporting Kansas City down here. Okay, attacking strength for the New York Red Bulls is really good at home. Their form is over 1. Not too much over 1, but enough to make a difference versus Sporting Kansas City. Sporting Kansas City is under 1, which is not favorable for them. And as far as defensive strength goes, New York Red Bulls is under 1, which is really good. The spread between their number and 1 is really high in comparison to Sporting Kansas City, which is over 1. You don't want your defensive strength to be over 1. In the numbers on paper, New York Red Bulls should be winning this game with clear. They're the clear favorites to win this match. As you can see, the win probability is really high for them, 67% to Sporting Kansas City's 12%. The predicted goals is 2.2 for New York Red Bulls, 0.7 for Sporting Kansas City. Over 0.5 goals looking really good for New York Red Bulls, and the over 1.5 goals looking really good for New York Red Bulls. Both teams to score, 46%. The over 1.5 goals there looking really good, 77%, if you want to have a less risky play there and parlay that with something. And the over 1.5 goals is pretty much a coin toss, 50%, 54, 55%. So we'll see what happens. Now the predicted scoreline heat map lets us know that the highest probability is a 2-0 win for New York Red Bulls, following up with the 1-0 win, and then 2-1 or 3-0 for New York Red Bulls. It'd be interesting to see how this one plays out. Super excited to see New York Red Bulls at home. They are a solid team at home and continue to do great things. The next match is a less appealing one. We have Chicago versus DC United. Let's see what this looks like. Wow, really bad numbers for Chicago at home, with their attacking strength being under 1 and DC United also under 1. Although DC United is the better team. Defensive strength, DC United is also the better team. Both of these numbers are over 1, which is not what you want to see. But DC United still has the edge there. Therefore, we have a really close match. The predicted goals for this match are 1.37 for Chicago, 1.83 for DC United. Win probability slightly in favor for DC United. The over 0.5 goals lets us know that we're likely to see DC United score, and anything over 1.5 goals is not so likely there. Both teams to score is at 61%. The over 1.5 goals is at 81%, so you may have something there for you. The heat map lets us know that the highest probability of outcomes for this match is a 1-1 draw with 10.21%, following up with a 2-1 for DC United, and a 1-0 for DC United. All likely outcomes for this match. Next up, we have Houston versus LAFC. I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm really bummed out that LAFC lost last weekend the way they did, but that's soccer. Can't predict it all the time. Attacking strength for Houston at home, under 1. LAFC away, just at 1. Still better than Houston. Defensive strength, both of these teams are under 1. However, Houston at home does have a better defensive strength than LAFC away. The predicted goals for this is a really low scoring game. 0.83 goals for Houston, 0.93 for LAFC. Win probability is really close here. 36% for LAFC, 30% for Houston. The over 0.5 goals and over 1.5 goals for both of these teams look really low. Both teams to score is at 34%. The over 1.5 is 52%. Over 2.5 goals is 26%. Just looks like a really boring game now that I look at the numbers. The draw is 33, so it's very even. The wins for each team or a draw is all in the 30s. It could go either way. Now, the under 2.5, however, is looking pretty good with 74% probability for that to happen. Their last match was 2-0 last week. Let's see their previous head-to-heads. So, based off their previous heads-to-heads, we have Houston winning 0-2, LAFC winning 2-0, Houston winning 0-1, Houston winning 4-0, LAFC winning 3-1, Houston winning 2-1, 1-1. So there's a trend there where the under 2.5 goals is kind of in your favor. They've also had some high-scoring games. That's the unpredictable part of soccer. And the high probability potential outcomes for this match is a 0-0 draw with 17%, following up with a 1-0 win for LAFC or a 1-0 win for Houston. 1-1 draw is also a potential outcome. We'll see what happens, right? But I'm kind of bummed out. I was hoping for a better outcome, even though LAFC are still the favorites in this match. Not by too much. And the last match is Vancouver versus FC Dallas. Vancouver at home, which have been really disappointing for me lately. I was hyping them up in the beginning of the season, and I just haven't been able to see them grow the way I would like to. As you can see here, their attacking strength is over 1. Not by too much, but enough to do the difference between to have a nice comfortable spread between them and FC Dallas. FC Dallas is under 1, which is not that good. The defensive strength for both of these teams, Vancouver at home is over 1, and FC Dallas is also over 1. FC Dallas have a bit of an edge there as Vancouver's defensive strength is really bad compared to both of them. The predicted goals here lets us know that we can see a 2.22 scoreline for Vancouver, 1.52 for FC Dallas. Vancouver are the favorites to win here, almost 49%. The over 0.5 goals for Vancouver is 86%, 76 for FC Dallas. Both teams to score, 67%. The over 2.5, 69. Over 1.9 is 85%. And the predicted scoreline heat map for potential outcomes says that the highest probability is 2-1 in favor for Vancouver with 8.88. The next one up is 1-1, 8%. And a 2-2 draw for this match. So I'd probably go with a Vancouver double chance. Maybe both teams to score over 1.5 goals between them both. Parlay that with something. Or simply just Vancouver to score a goal and parlay that with other results that I showed with good probabilities here. Give me one sec. There we go, guys. We're wrapping up this video. Thank you guys for sticking along. Let me know what you think about this new layout as we dive deep into these matches, giving you more than just numbers, showing you with heat maps, and it's going over attacking strength, defensive strength for each one of the teams that are going to be playing the matches. I really love sharing this data with you guys. Put a lot of hard work into it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. Let me know if you guys think that. Let me know what you think about the results. Do you think that there's some consistency there with what you have, or is there a big difference between me and you? Love to have those conversations in the comments. Until next time, see ya.